Alright, what's up, A.Contortix? Welcome back to a Viper collection video. Alright, so on today's video agenda is going to be me showing you guys, well, all the Vipers. And what better way to start off with than the adult Viper rack? Or should we do the neonate rack, or should we do the other neonate rack, or should we start with terrestrials? I think let's start with the terrestrials. So right off starting with this video, we're going to do the Crotalus species. This over here is a beautiful peach-faced Crotalus Atrox, otherwise known as a Western diamondback rattlesnake. I mean, look how alert she is. And then right over here on this side, we have her boyfriend, who is extremely deep in shape. Alright, and since we're talking about Crotalus species, how on earth can I forget my beautiful boy right behind me here, which is the Crotalus Durrisus, otherwise known as one of the Neotropical rattlesnakes. Freaking massive male, right? Alright, and since we're talking about the Durrisus, I have to show off his beautiful girlfriend. Look at the severe size difference between the adult male Crotalus Durrisus and this female Durrisus. Listen to that trademark maraca tail. One of the most awesome things about Crotalus. Now, we're actually expecting babies from her. I'm not too sure if she is indeed gravid, but she has some signs pointing me towards it, i.e. coloration, etc, etc. But on to the next, shan't we? Alright, and here is another amazing looking Atrox. This is my adult male. He's not the biggest adult, but he's definitely gaining on some serious size. And whilst we're here, let me show you guys the female that is for him. Now, she in fact is actually blind, which makes an extremely difficult individual to work with. But look at her over there. She's not as pretty in coloration, and obviously her weight needs some work. We're having a bit of issues with her eyes that are obviously blind. And yeah, getting her to eat, as you guys can imagine, proves to be quite a bit of a mission. We're going to do a 2-for-1 with this one, so let's look at one of the snakes that, well, is pretty much the most famous terrestrial viper that just about every single keeper has, which is the Copperhead vipers. So, there's the male, and the female is hiding underneath her log. Quite boring. But yeah, these guys are the A.Contortix pictagasta, which is a subspecies in the Copperhead genus. Now guys, I'm going to show you guys the species that I'm the proudest to work with and that I actually enjoy working with the most, which is the Ryukyu Island vipers, otherwise known as the Princess Okinawa vipers or Himehabo vipers, or just one common, one Latin name, Albolabris okinavensis. Now these guys are my pride and joy. Not because they're necessarily expensive snakes, but just because I thoroughly enjoy working with them. Now this over here is my male, and next to him is the female, which we're not going to be bothering on this video, because she is heavily gravid, so stay tuned for when she has her babies. So why have vipers always been a severe point of fascination for me? Well, there's a few reasons actually. One of them is definitely the fact that they have adapted in unique and adaptive ways to survive. Like the spider-tailed horn viper, which has that tail that looks like a spider, one of the most adept corallers in existence. Or like B.Schlegelli, which is the eyelash vipers, how they have range-finding heat pits. I mean, these guys are so freaking accurate. Or like, let's look at, take for example, Durrisus fieldi, how their scales are keeled in such a way that in the mornings, in the desert, where there's a little bit of condensation taking place, they actually catch up those water droplets and drink from themselves. Vipers are just adapted in such unique ways to survive this crazy world we live in today. So on that note of vipers that have survived in incredible ways, let's take a look at one of the nicest little assholes that I keep. Now, this over here, let me just check where he's at. Oh, he's so far in the back. Let me get a hook. Now, this over here is the fancy pond horn viper, otherwise known as the Prothobothrop cornutus. This is a species of viper that I'm thoroughly enjoying working with, and I find extremely unique because he hardly ever uses his sloped areas. He always uses backspaces, and I hardly ever find this guy with arboreal tendencies. Now, we're going to be getting a girlfriend for him soon, so fingers crossed. And up next, of course, has to be one of the most iconic viper species currently to be kept, which I cannot see him at the moment. Oh, here he is. Which is the Atheris Squamigera, the variable bush viper. Now look at this beautiful, so beautiful black male. Let's see if I can get him to come forward a bit though. He's such a noodle. Alright. I mean, isn't that a Daenerys lookalike looking animal? This thing looks like Daenerys' dragon. But yeah, So awesome, awesome species. And again, also stay pending because there's a female arriving next week for him as well. And that female presents an interesting twist. So definitely a lot to come. Alright, and then next up is my very first true love for arboreal vipers. This beautiful yellow eyelash viper. Now she is, after 5 years of raising her up, ready to be a mama this year. And we're busy working on getting a male for my 3 female eyelash vipers as well. Look at this beautiful white golden face eyelash viper. Alright, and then the creme de la creme of the eyelashes that I have, which is this beautiful Christmas phase eyelash viper girl. Now she has a funny eye that she's had, well, basically since I've gotten her, but it is definitely not stopping this animal from growing, and I am super, super excited to pair her up. I mean, she is definitely an extremely, extremely unique looking viper. Alright, now the last of the, well, not of the vipers, but of this rack is going to be this beautiful male Gumprecht viper. Now look at all these vibrant blues all over this male. I mean, oh, this is just an incredible animal. And look guys, any one of you saying that Gumprecht vipers and Vogels vipers are all basically the same as white lips, let me tell you this, you've just never kept them. Alright, and this over here is the baby viper rack, well, the baby terrestrial viper rack. And as you guys can see, it's already basically full. Now, what's it full with? You guys have seen this in the previous video. It is the 100 paces. The D.Acutus. Now, these guys are absolutely ridiculously sexy. And I mean, look how perfect this substrate is, guys. I've been using my substrate mixture for years now, and let me tell you, the success I've had with it is absolutely amazing. And we've actually now finally made it available to the public as well to order these substrate back from us. So hit me up in the comments if you guys are keen. To prevent this video becoming a bit too long, I'm not going to show you guys all of them. I'm going to be showing you guys one more, which freshly shed just yesterday. Was it this one? Yes. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Alright, let's go back to this over here. All of these are not vipers, but these are all vipers. So let's take a look at, I want to show off with this eyelash viper, guys. Now look at that. Right there in the corner. Isn't that the most beautiful eyelash viper you have ever freaking laid your eyes on? I mean, look at that. And she's not even looking as pretty now because she's so deep in shit. It's not even freaking funny. Hi. Hi. Alright, so let's take a look at the Vogels Viper female as the next. Now look at that. I mean, would you look at that? Look at all the insane blues coming through on this animal as well. All over here. Now, these 3 individuals I'm showing you guys now already had massive meals just the other day because I'm trying to give them a bit of a boost. But I mean, oh, just look at that animal. But hey, I guess like you all say, all the experts out there, they're just like white lips. There's nothing different to them. Not with all that black between the skating or all that blue. I guess it's just, there's nothing to them, right? Now, let me show you guys. While I'm busy having a little bit of a rave at people thinking that every freaking trimeresurus is an Albolabris. But alright, look at the male Vogels Viper. He is an absolute breathtakingly beautiful beast of a snake. I mean, look at it again. All that blue coming through, all that red, and these diamonds on their backs. Now, a big difference between them and the Gumprecht Vipers, as you guys can see, there's a white stripe coming all the way here. But there's another red stripe running all the way the sides of his body. Whereas the Gumprecht has that red stripe going all the way into the eyes. Now, if you look at these guys' eyes, their eyes are also a lot faded in coloration in comparison with the Gumprecht Vipers. So just a quick, fast, easy way to tell them apart. Alright, and so here behind me, from there to there, all of these are just eyelash, well, not eyelash viper babies, trimeresurus, Albolabris babies, white lip viper babies. Except this one over here. So I'm just going to pull 2 tabs out of this rack so you guys I mean, it's white-lip vipers, guys. They all look pretty much the same. So I'm just going to show you a baby white-lip viper. So we'll take him out, and then I'll show you guys my baby yellow squammy, which I'm also taking out for you guys. So there she is, my beautiful yellow Squamigera female. Now, she's destined to be a female. I just still have to sex her to make 100% sure. But she's to be the female going with my black male in quite a few years. But she's not the female that I was talking of that's going to still arrive. And then right below her is one of the tiny little Albolabris babies. This one seems to be in shed as well. Cute little buggers. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please check out my Instagram right over here, or check the link in the description. I've got a little poll up on the Acutus behind me. We want to figure out what you guys like about them. Do you like the fact that they're brightly colored, or you like the ones that are dark colored? So hit me up on Instagram, check out that post I made, let me know down in the comments, and I'm looking so forward to hearing from you guys. From Mahoney Exotics, I hope you guys enjoyed this collection video. We definitely flew through it. We definitely flew through this collection video. Otherwise, you know guys, I could keep you here for like 3-4 hours long, showing you every single one of the babies, showing you every single one of the animals. But yeah, in essence, this is the species that we currently keep. So from Mahoney Exotics, you guys know I love you. You guys know I appreciate you. Peace out.